Hi, good evening everyone. Today we will be starting with the 133 scenario of Apex Trigger. In the same scenario, we will be assigning dedicated support engineer as soon as a case is generated for the high value customers. So by listening this, you must have heard about Airtel Black or Axis Bank Priority Banking. So if I talk about this, so as if your business value is high, they provide you a dedicated support engineer. Let's take an example. You face a issue at 12 p.m. in the noon. They will be calling you and they will be resolving the issue. And similarly, if you call them at 12 a.m. in night, then also they will be supporting you because your time is very much important. In the similar way, we will be creating the similar scenario using the account and case where we will be setting up checkbox that is high value. If that is high value is marked as true, then we will be assigning a dedicated support engineer for that case. So let's see how we will be doing it. So let's first understand what are the prerequisites in order to start this trigger. If I talk about account object, on account object we will be creating one field that is high value. So I created two value. One is annual revenue that we can ignore it for now because I thought earlier that we should consider the annual revenue. Then further I think annual revenue is not required. Then only we will be considering that is as high value. If this checkbox is marked as true, we will be considering the case that has been created as a high priority case. So this is the first thing that we will be creating. And further, if I go on to my case object, so on case object, how a premium case will be differentiated from the non-premium case? We have created a picklist field that is a support level. So you can create further, but for now we have created one picklist field that is the support level in which we have kept two value. One is standard and another is premium. So I think it is getting blocked. So let's go on to case again. Let me show that to you which field I have created. So if I go here on the case, if I go here on the field and relationship, you will be able to see that here the support value is basically created, that is support level is created. And the support level we have created two values, one is standard and another is premium and standard. Other than this, we will be creating one more custom object that is basically for mapping between engineer, the dedicated engineer and account. For the same, we have created one object that is account engineer mapping. In this, we have kept two lookup relationship, one with the account that is acting as an account and one is the engineer that is acting as a engineer. So I haven't gone for the master detail relationship for now. If you want to opt out for the master detail relationship and go for the junction, you can go for it. But for this example, I've taken it as a lookup relationship where I've taken account and engineer as a lookup relationship. So let's start with the trigger. So also in this trigger, we will be considering this. If the mapping is available, then we will be assigning it and we will be posting onto the chatter. And if there is no mapping available for the same account and if it is high value, then we will be creating a task so that a dedicated owner of that account can assign a dedicated support engineer for the same account. So let's start with the trigger. First question that I always ask in every trigger is, on which object we need to write a trigger? Either on account or on case or on the third custom object that we have created, that is account engineer mapping. I haven't remembered the name set, so that's why I have opened the same. So here the question arises on the same, on which object do our trigger should get start. So as soon as a case is inserted, we need to update the dedicated engineer for that case. That is a simple thing that we need to check out here. So we will be writing a trigger on insert operation as soon as our case is inserted, and we will be going for the after insert. Once the record has been inserted, we will be only making the post on chatter. We will be only creating a task. So we need a case ID as well. So we will be going for the after insert. So let's start with the trigger. So I have written the trigger, that is trigger on case after insert. So what I will be doing, if trigger dot is insert and trigger dot is after. Once we are here, so what we will be writing, we will be calling the class that is case handler dot handle support engineer, and here we will be passing trigger dot new. Once this is done, we will be copying the handle support engineer method and we will be pasting this here. So let's create a method here, public static void, let's make a method handle support engineer, and here we will be taking a list of case, that is new records. So once we are done with this, first thing that we will be doing is we will be saving our trigger so that we don't face any issue while saving it in our framework. So let's save this class, and once this is saved, we will be also be saving a trigger as well, so that our trigger don't raise any issue. So once both files are done, then only we will be starting our trigger. So by the time our trigger is getting saved, so we will be starting our task. So once we are done with this, first thing that you will be doing here is you will be iterating your record of case and you will be fetching the account record. So case cs colon new records. So what you will be doing, if cs dot account id is not equal to null, then what you need to do, you need to create a list of id, and that is account id set, because account id is important because you need to pick the high value customers here. So what you will be doing, set of id account id set is equal to new set of id. Once you are done with this, you will be saving this out, and in account id set you will be adding, that is cs dot account id. Once you are done with this, after saving, what you will be doing, you will be going here and you will be creating a map of account. Why you need a map of account? Because you have a id, that is account id, and you need a engineer data. So what you will be doing, map of id comma account, that is high value map is equal to new map of id comma account. Not high value map, this will not be a high value map. Further we will be creating a high value map further, but for now we just need high value authentication. So in order to do same, we will be just creating account map is equal to new id comma account. So what I will be doing, I will be adding a bracket here, I will be adding a straight bracket here, select id comma is high value underscore c from account, where id in this set, in which set, my bad, my camera popped up on a high level. So let's move my camera here, where id in account id set, and don't forget to do this, that is high value underscore c is equal to true. You need to make sure that you are adding this check, otherwise this will not give you all the true values, since we only need the account where high value is equal to true. Once we are done with this, I think we are getting some issue here. So let's resolve that issue. What is the issue here? No, there is no issue. So we have map here. So now next thing what you need to get, you need to check the account ID where high value equal to true, and you need to get the engineer from the new map, from the mapping object that we have created. That's why I have opened this object. So what I will be doing, I will be going on to my detail object. I will be copying the API name for this object because I don't remember this. So what I will be doing, for is AEM, let's name is AEM colon, what I will be doing, that is not this, but before going for this, I will be just querying the records for the same. So what I will be doing, I will be just creating a map further I will be creating map of id comma aem. So that is engineer map is equal to new map of. So I will be copying this value and pasting it here. So what I will be doing, I will be writing a query here. So I will be writing select id comma account underscore c comma engineer underscore c from. I will be pasting the object name here from this object where account underscore c, and I will be just using this map, that is this map that I have created, that is account map.keyset. So by doing this, I will be fetching the engineer that is required here. So here you will be seeing you have a high value checked, and only if a is high value checked, then only I will be proceeding with this. So I will be checking the dedicated engineer if it is assigned or not. So now we have everything that we need. So now it is a time to do the final action that we need to proceed. We need to give a dedicated engineer. So first of all, let's get the things. So what I will be doing for case cs colon new records, and further what I will be doing, if account map dot not contains key, that is cs dot account id, then what you need to do, you need to continue further with this. You don't need to proceed further with the logic. You just need to continue further and we are done. Else if it is present, so what you need to do, case cs is equal to new case cs dot id is equal to not cs final. So let's name it cs final dot id is equal to cs dot id, and further cs final dot support level is equal to premium, and these are the three conditions that we need to check. And one thing that I will be checking here is, before creating anything here, so if engineer map dot contains key, if engineer map dot contains key, that is cs dot account id, then only you will be proceeding with this code. So this will remain same as it is. So let's do it above, and if it is true, then you will be proceeding with this. And further cs final dot owner id is equal to, you will be getting this value, engineer map dot get, and further cs dot account id. This will give me full engineer record. Just I need an engineer, so what I will be doing, I will be just defining engineer underscore c. Here I will be mapping over id that is required. So this is a part that you need to do here. Once this is done, after doing this, we will be adding this case to our case list that needs to further update. So what we will be doing, so list of case final case update is equal to new list of case. And once we are done with this, so what we will be doing, we will be copying the list name, and I will be just adding dot add cs final. So since we don't need to proceed further for the case, so I will be cutting this part out as well, and we will be pasting this part here as well, because we don't need a case record further to be getting updated. just we need to create a task for the first thing that we have done here. Second thing, we need to post the things on the chatter. So in order to post the thing on chatter, we will be creating a feed item fi is equal to new feed item. So feed item, and once this is done, so fi dot parent id is equal to what we need to assign here, that is case dot id, and fi so it I am by mistakenly taking f1, so let's define fi dot body. So let's copy the body that I have written here. So let's copy this and let's make a tweak in this line. So fi dot body is equal to case assigned to @. So we will be just copying this full line that we have added here, and let's paste this here because this is engineer. That is engineer map.get cs.account id dot engineer as the dedicated support engineer, and we will be creating another list of feed item and let's create, that is feed list is equal to new list of feed item. Once we are done with this, we will be copying this list, that is my feed list, and I will be adding feed list dot add fi. So let's add fi instead of f1, and I will be checking this out here and see if we are doing good. So here we are doing one mistake, there is no C, there is CS. So let's save this out so that our error get resolved here. And once it is done, we will be doing both TML operations after this for loop. Since our for loop is getting close here, if final case update is not empty, so dot is empty, then what you need to do, then you need to update final case update, and after that we will be copying this full because I don't want to write everything. So what I will be doing, let's copy feed list. If feed list is not empty, then we will be inserting feed list. So let's save it for now. But if let's take an example, if no support engineer is assigned and still the account is high value, then can you assign the dedicated support manager by yourself? No, the management need to take action to whom they need to assign. For the same, we will be just assigning a task. So what I will be doing here, I will be adding an else part here, and since we have created task multiple times, so I will be just copying a task thing here so that we can save on time. So else part, we will be pasting mapping missing, we will be creating a task is equal to new task, subject assigned dedicated support engineer, what id is equal to cs.id, priority equal to high, and owner id is equal to user info dot get user id. And after that, we will be creating one list, that is task to create. So let's create one list here as well, that is list of task, and let's paste the name, that is task to create is equal to new list of task. And once we are done with this, we will be saving this. So let's copy this, that is task to create. So I will be just adding the code here, that is if task to create is not empty, then what you need to do, you need to insert the task list as well. Insert task to create. Once we are done with this, we will be saving this, and after saving, our trigger is done. Now it is time for testing. If this gets saved, I don't think there should be any issue. Yes, this got saved. So now it is a time for testing of our record. So let's test our trigger now. First thing that we will be doing is we will be creating an account, and since I haven't created any account in this organization, so let's first create Sachdeva one, and let's give her is high value as true. So as soon as I give is high value is equal to true, no action will happen because of our action is happening on the insert of case. So let's create a new case here. So as soon as I click new, I will be just selecting a origin, and let's give that washing machine not working. So I'm just taking a random example, that is washing machine not working, and let's save this out. As soon as I create it, so my case will get created, but since account manager team is not present, so my mapping will not happen and no support will happen because nothing is available. So if I go on to my case, you will be seeing a dedicated support engineer need to be assigned, task has been created. So by seeing this, let's work as a support agent here, and let's assign a dedicated support engineer for this account. So I will be going on to account, that is Sachdeva one. Here I will be going on to account engineer mapping. I will be selecting new, Sachdeva one has been selected, and here I am assigning my name, that is Trishu Sachdeva here, so that dedicated support engineer get assigned here. So now let's create one more case here, that is let's give it to email, that you are awesome. Let's give it you are awesome as subject, and let's save this out. So as soon as I make the changes here, so you see the trigger will get fired, and if you go here, you are awesome. If I check the field here, so you will be seeing that task has been created. So where is the task? Where is the task? So if you see the priority equal to, where is the support level coming? I think the support level is not coming here. The support level has not been updated. So since we are able to see that our logic doesn't work because we have done a small mistake, that is a literally small mistake, that we have created a map of engineering map. So if I go here, I am seeing that I have created a map, that is ID, account engineering map, where ID is getting stored for the account engineer mapping record. It is not getting stored for account. So instead I need a map where account ID is getting stored and full record of engineering is getting stored. Since I'm getting it from engineering map.get cs.account ID, which is not getting an output. So in order to make it correct here, so what I will be doing, I will be making small tweaks here. I will be just going here, that is list of account engineering map. That is, I will be copying the full thing here because I just need to create a map of account ID versus account engineering map record. So what I will be doing, I will be pasting the full code here. Instead of this, I will be just removing the bracket from here, that is new map here, and further what I will be doing, I will be just removing this part, that is from account, where account is this in this key set, just we will be removing this out. So once we are done with the query, now we will be doing the iterate, because many times you try to add a shortcut and you fall into a pit that is non-recoverable, but this pit is recoverable. So what I will be doing, that is we will be copying this list, that is account engineering map is equal to AEM colon, that is engineering list. So let's make it engineering list here, and further after doing this, what I will be doing, I will be creating a map here, that is this map. So let's cut this map here and let's paste it here, and I will be deleting the query that I am writing here. So let's delete that part and let's close this line here, that is engineering map. So what I will be doing, I will be copying this engineering map here, that is engineering map dot port AEM dot account ID comma AEM dot engineer underscore C underscore. Let's save this out, and after saving, I will be just deleting this line that is added here. So let's save it out and check if now we are also facing an issue. So I don't think there should be an issue, but there are some problems here. So let's fix the issues here. That is account ID don't exist at line number 19. So it is not account ID, it is underscore underscore same. So I hope everyone is clear. We just need a engineering map where account ID is acting as a key. Only then we will be able to pick this. So let's save this out. Once this is saved, so it is giving me ID comma ID. So let's, instead of this, I will be adding full record, that is AM instead of record. So we will be fetching the full record here, and further after fetching this, now my trigger will work fine. So now I will be creating a fourth case here. Let's create a fourth case here, and let's give, save it out, and after this, final case testing, final case testing. If I go here and if I click on save button now, so now I will be giving the full, getting the full record. So here is the final case testing. If I go here, now also your support level is coming as premium, and if you check here, the owner is, or owner ID is coming as Sachdeva. So I can't differentiate it as now because I'm the only owner and I'm the only user who is creating this. So if you want to check it, you can add multiple users and check further. And if I go on to my chatter post, so you will be seeing here the chatter post has also been created, that case assigned to this ID. So you can get a name by doing a query, but I haven't done this. So this complete our trigger number 133. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more such content. Have a nice day.